This month we've ordered a bit more produce than we normally do from Azure Standard. In the past, we haven't had the best luck with getting produce from them, but this round has greatly improved. We also picked up some new items from the Azure Clean line and also some other new items just from Azure Standard in general. And make sure that you stay tuned until the end to see how you can win your own copy of Nourishing Traditions. One of the produce items that we have been getting pretty regularly now and still got again and was great were some carrots. Along with the carrots, I also ordered a package of their celery. And if you can hear by my voice, I've been a little bit under the weather, so the celery is actually gone already. Used it in some chicken noodle soup. The closest big box stores in under 30-40 minutes don't even have organic cabbage options, so when I went to make some more sauerkraut, I always make sure to pick up some cabbage from Azure. In the past, we've had issues with some produce that we've received from Azure, and their customer service is amazing. They will always help you out and make right anything that you've received that has an issue or is incorrect. Potatoes was one of those. Anytime in the past we've gotten them, they just have not been correct. We live much further east than where they're shipped from, so that probably had something to do with it. But this beautiful bag of yellow potatoes has no issues. They all looked perfect, all organic. We are very excited to enjoy all of these. Another item that we've had issues with before is getting onions from Azure Standard. This was a big 10-pound bag of onions that I've already used 2 out of. One was for that soup. They are all great, no mold, no discoloration, nothing on them at all. I picked up a 3-pack of the organic broccoli cuts. These are really easy meals for our 2 toddlers that we have. Just a quick side dish, even a snack sometimes with just some butter and garlic salt on top of it. It really helps get through, and if you call them little trees, they really enjoy eating them even more. One of our favorite items to get from Azure Standard is the gigantic 5-pound blocks of cheese. We usually get just the raw white cheddar that's aged 60 days, and that was out of stock for the first time since we've started ordering from Azure. This time we picked up a 5-pound block of the Sierra Nevada raw white cheese that is organic, and I have already processed it as we like to store it. I will take the whole 5-pound block of cheese, cut it up into big chunks, and put it through my food processor, shred it as so, and package it in separate bags like this. They never get freezer burned, they never go bad, they thaw really quickly in your refrigerator, and you can even save the same cheese bags to reuse them so you aren't going through a whole lot of plastic bags. I roughly get around 6 to 7 quart-sized bags from one of those big blocks of cheese. And it's so nice just being able, not being sure what's for dinner, deciding we're gonna have quesadillas, which is one of our quick go-to meals, pulling one of these out in the afternoon, and by dinner time when I make the quesadillas, the cheese is all ready to go. Picked up a box of the frozen whole and pieces strawberries. We've gotten the whole strawberries frozen from Azure before in the 5-pound box, but I personally like the whole and pieces ones. Being smaller already, I feel safer about giving them to my toddlers when they're thawed out a little bit, and I feel like my Vitamix doesn't have to work as hard when they aren't all fully big thick strawberries. It's just some little pieces that it has to make up into my smoothie for me. We did go a little bit extra on the diced tomatoes. We got 2 of the 12 packs, but we were completely out. I didn't realize how low we were until I went to make those quesadillas one night. And since we are in winter, we don't have fresh tomatoes anymore, so this is what's most convenient and easiest for our family. We got the 2 cases just to make sure that we had plenty to get us through the rest of winter. Our favorite butter that we usually get from Azure Standard, the Rumianos, was out of stock too. So this is kind of my cheaper option, and this one was really helpful to have here around Christmas time too, because they come in the actual rectangles. So it was helpful for measuring out for cookie recipes and everything else that we needed here around the holidays. One of the items that I was really excited to find on Azure's website was some sweetened condensed coconut milk. Been doing a lot of baking lately, and where we live, close to the big box stores, when we get there, there is no organic options whatsoever. If I'm going to be using this in a recipe, I wanted to make sure that I could find the cleanest one with the best ingredients that I can, and I trust that anything I find on Azure's website is really clean and good to use, so I picked up a 3-pack of these. The bittersweet chocolate chips are so good. They've been opened and gotten into already, of course. I was iffy on the bittersweet ones. I always picked up the semi-sweet from Azure whenever we got chocolate chips. If you're looking to spice up your chocolate chipness, try the bittersweet ones. They just have a little bit of a different flavor to them, but they're still definitely sweet. They're so good. You have to try these. They're really, really good. With my 2 granola eaters, we got our cherry vanilla and the wild blueberry flax. They settle for the cherry vanilla. They say they like it, and I think they like having the variety. But both of the granola eaters have told me multiple times that the wild blueberry flax is their favorite over and over again. Our toddler, you give her the cherry vanilla and she still calls it the blueberry granola. The little dried cherries in it she calls blueberries, so sometimes we just play along to get her to eat it. A fun convenience item that we have not tried from Azure before that Ben did have to talk me into was some pancake mix. It's really hard for me to do mixes like this when I know how easy it is to just make your own, but with having 2 toddlers, wood burning stove, homestead, all kinds of things keeping us busy, some convenient stuff is nice to have sometimes. So we're gonna try out this buttermilk pancake mix. This is our second 12-pound big old jug of honey that we've gotten this year from Azure. Not sure how long ago it was when we got our first one. I surprised myself with how quickly we went through the first one, but we use honey a lot. I've been using it in my coffee lately as my sweetener, and it is delicious in there. I use it to bake. If we have a sore throat or a cough at all, we like to take a spoonful of it. We use it in our tea. We go through a lot of honey, and this raw clover honey from Azure has a really, really good flavor, and it's one of the best prices for actual raw honey that I can find anywhere. A new item that we have not tried from Azure Standard yet, but are very excited to, is their elbow macaroni. This 10-pound bag was 50 cents cheaper per pound, so that's why we decided to go for this guy. Also, anytime I've gone out to the store lately, I cannot find elbow macaroni anywhere. There's maybe 1 or 2 just whole wheat options. We've got little kids, we like macaroni. We will have no problem going through this, so we decided to pick up this one. I can't go to sleep at night without my chamomile tea, and the Equal Exchange brand is my favorite. So once I went through a whole box, I wanted to order another one to make sure that I had plenty on backup. And along with the tea, Ben finally got his mesh tea infuser. It was in this time, so he will be happy with this guy. A really fun thing that I found, our order came in right before Christmas, but I completely lost my voice and it slowly is coming back. I found these organic maple candies that are pure organic maple syrup. That's it, no other ingredients, no sugar added, nothing at all. We are very, very picky with what our older toddler has as candies and treats. So as you can see, she was very excited to get some of this in her Christmas stocking and has already had a couple little treats of it, and she says they're very good. And speaking of toddlers, my favorite go-to snack, it's not crackers, it's not raisins. I feel really good about giving this snack to both of our girls, are these freeze-dried peas. They are a bit pricey, but just the pure fact of knowing that they are getting something good and healthy to snack on when I need that convenience food, when we're out and about, I never feel bad about giving it to them, knowing that they can eat as many as they want to eat and be great with it. Sometimes it even works as the filler for their vegetables for fast lunch. The girls love this. And it looks pretty stored in our big gallon glass jars from Azure too. I've put them in here without any of the moisture absorber packs, and they last for a really long time too. They don't get stale or anything. They last for a very long time in here, but we do go through them pretty quickly. Another item that we got that has been greatly used with all the baking I've been doing is a 3-tier stainless steel cooking rack. I have wanted a stainless steel cooking rack for a while. I've had my same old coated one that I've been using. I never thought that I would need the 3 tiers And almost every time that I've baked or cooked something now where I've needed to use a cooling rack, I've been so grateful for the 3 tiers and the fact that they're stackable. They don't snap in or anything, but they hold really well. This is a really good investment if you're looking for some cooking racks for a pretty low price. We got some new Azure Clean products this time. We actually have tried the toilet bowl cleaner before, and it works better than any of we used to get the gel ones that you'd spray around your seat and would kind of tint it like a blue or green color. This one works better than any of those that I've tried, and it doesn't have any of the nasty chemicals in there. We picked up some carpet cleaner. We don't have any carpets in our house, but we do have a lot of area rugs that are in need of a deep clean, so this will get used very soon. And with not having any carpets, we have all wood and tile floors in our house. The floor cleaner is also going to get used soon. The last Azure Clean item we picked up is the oxygen powered bleach powder. This is kind of like an OxyClean from what we understood. It brightens whites and it is also safe for you to use on colors. I'm really excited to use this on all of Ben's white tees that he wears under all of his clothes, so we can hopefully get rid of just the regular old bleach, see how this guy works. And we also use cloth diapers for our youngest, and I'm pretty sure that I would be able to use this as a booster for helping to keep her diapers nice and fresh too. Make sure that you subscribe, because after our hauls, we're gonna be posting review videos of all of the new Azure products that we have tried, letting you know what we think of them, if we're gonna purchase them again in the future, and anything that might not be our favorite too. The grand total for this order was $474.60, and the order weighed about 130 pounds. We've been making YouTube videos for over a year now, and we would like to celebrate by saying thank you and giving you a chance to win one of the cookbooks that has greatly inspired us. Anybody who lives in the lower 48 can enter to win. Just leave a comment below of your favorite thing that you like to cook right now at this time of year, and in our next Azure haul video next month, we will be announcing the winner. Thank you for watching, and remember to live free and find your purpose.